boom, 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 chickadee chanka. How's it going, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here of Flying Pig United with another cheeky little video for you today. How are we all doing? I'm feeling absolutely melted, my friends. Obviously, I was up until God knows what time playing FIFA, and then I just got a cold on top of it, so I'm absolutely melting my titties off, lads and lasses. But I hope you're doing well today. Chevalier Noir, what's going on, Chevalier? My voice is gone too. Scousers, how you doing? John Anderson, G-Wolf United, Peter Cavani. How is everyone doing today? Ayush H, Dylan Hart, John O'Denton, Jonathan Gallagher. Great to see you. Osman Pasha. Hello to you, part of the Midnight Crew. Pavel Brick, Paul van der Beek. Hello, mate. Jay Tanky. Adovitz High. John Anderson. Stephen Zevon. Andy 1753. Georgie Best 7, G-Wolf United, Mr. Darkside, Darren Nags, Kayam, Mark Voot, John Wayne. Everybody, thank you so much for getting in here today and joining me for today's video. Do us a massive favour, smash that thumbs up button if you have not done so already. And let's get into this. Philip Chapman, Gabriel Nelson, Cara Din, Dejan CFC, Michael Bowes, John, Matty the Rushmeister, Sean O'Riordan, Mood Tunes. How's everyone doing? Thank you. Right, okay, let's get into the news then, lads and lasses. So, Borussia Dortmund today, at the moment, they're currently playing Freiberg, right? SC Freiberg, they're at home. They're actually 2-0 up, so they're 2-0 up, 54 minutes gone. Guess who's not in their match squad? That's right, it's Jadon Sancho, my friends. Anyway, Jadon Sancho not in their matchday squad. What's that all about? What could that possibly mean? You know what I mean? So I do think that this is just a clear indicator that obviously Jadon Sancho is still up for grabs. Manchester United still pursuing him. We haven't gone on to our next target. We haven't signed anybody else yet. We're just looking to get Jadon Sancho in. He's our number one priority and our number one target still in this window, it seems. So I very much assume we're going to go back for another bid. And this is just another little indicator which plays into the fact that he wants to come to United. You know, he's obviously not content there. The team, the coaches, they're probably not content with having a player who's want away and wants to go and play for Manchester United in their squad, which is why they're not playing him, and also to protect him as well in case he got an injury, because he's a huge asset worth a huge amount of money, my friends. So this all owes to the fact that it's probably looking good still that United have a chance of getting him. I'm not saying we're definitely going to get him. I still personally think it is 50-50 because of all the money that's involved. I'm not too convinced if Man United have got the bottle to pay that sort of money, and we're talking about structuring deals and all these kind of things, and I don't know if we're going to structure it to the point where Dortmund just are not interested in playing ball with us. They probably want a big fee up front. We understood earlier in the window they would accept 120 million euros for him up front on the table, bish bash bosh. So yeah, I mean, look, it's looking good at the moment. We're still in negotiations with Dortmund as far as I'm concerned here. Obviously, there's no transfer being completed at all. But you know, we made it clear basically that we're still in for him with that transfer activity that's gone on, because yeah, we are being linked to Dembele, and yeah, we are being linked to these other players, but there's no any real strong basis for these links whatsoever. They're just there to try and drive that Jadon Sancho price down. Otherwise, we'd have gone for one of these players by now, wouldn't we? Jim Joe Bobley, how are you doing? Sims 2.5, 2 days. What's going on, bro? John O'Denton, Vatsal Jory, Vahi Hisoli, Youthef Sugar, Matty Rush. Matt Rush says, smash a like for the pig. Thank you very much, Matt Rush. Yeah, if you're just getting in here, there's over 100 of you watching right now. Please do us a massive favour and smash that like button. Leave a cheeky little thumbs up on it if you have not done so already. My voice is gone, by the way, lads and lasses. So this is going to be a melt job of a display today. I've got a bit of a cold as well. So I'm just melting, guys. Apologies. Piggy's not on top form here. Piggy's melting. But let's get into the news anyway. I do feel absolutely melted. So they're starting Jude Bellingham in midfield by the looks of it, by the way. Just so you know, Dortmund starting Jude Bellingham in midfield there. Erling Haaland up top there. Just interested to see who got the goals and stuff like that. Emre Can and also Erling Braut Haaland scored. No surprise there. But anyway, he's not playing in their squad. Jadon Sancho, he's out. Obviously, there's some talk about him maybe handing in a transfer request. He's understood to have made it known to Dortmund at the start of the window that he wanted to leave and join Manchester United. So we're just playing a waiting game here. The next day or two is going to be make or break. It's going to be very interesting for United to see if we can actually get these deals done. See if Woodward, a.k.a. Eddie Woodward, this man, is able to get anything done in the window. Because I've got a very big feeling that he's incapable of doing it. Such a big deal like Jadon Sancho, even if it does make monetary sense over the next decade, I don't know if they're talking and thinking about that because they're just short-term people. They're not long-term people, I don't think. They're short-term people, these guys. So we'll see. What will probably end up happening is we'll just melt off the Sancho deal and end up getting Cavani on 500 grand a week or some shit like that. Stephen Zevon says, too much bloody Sancho palaver. Mate, it's an absolute palaver. It's an absolute saga, this one. But that looks good. I mean, look at that. He's not training for them. So, he's not training for them. He's not playing for them. What's that all about? It doesn't look good for his time at Dortmund, in my opinion. Smash a 1 in the live chat, everyone, if you think that Jadon Sancho is going to come and join Manchester United in this window. Smash a 2 in the live chat if you don't think it's going to happen. Alexander Carestria already getting those 1s in there. What's going, bro? Leonardo Di Stefano, how you doing? Ryan Burberspin 9 says, smash a like for the pig. Great to see you, Ryan Burberspin 9. Thank you for getting in here, dude. Darren Nags, Philip Chapman, Tonk Nash, Mark Voot, ERB, Chevs 1, Showbest Patchagam, George Best, Showbest with the 2s, Pricey MUFC with the 2, John with the 2, John Anderson with the 3. John Anderson, I love it, by the way, mate. What a name. Over to John Anderson. Contenders ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1. By the way, sorry, that's such an obscure reference. Like, I very much doubt anybody remembers the name of the referee in the TV show Gladiators from the 90s. Anyway, never mind. That's an obscure reference. But shout out John Anderson. I love it, mate. I love it. Seaborn Gracia says 100. That's how John Reese says Tellers News. We'll get onto all the Tellers stuff in a little bit. We'll get onto that. The United Way, how you doing, man? You absolute bloody hero. I hope you're doing good today, mate. Mark Voot getting in here. Patrick Naranjan, John O'Denton, Gibbo Gamer 86. It's my birthday, and Woodward promised me a gift Sancho to join. I can hope. Yeah, I don't think that's coming, Gibbo Gamer 86. But I'll tell you what is coming. A big shout out from the pig. Happy birthday to Gibbo Gamer 86. Everybody stick your favourite emoji in there, but preferably birthday related, like a cake, for Gibbo. Anyway, come on, let's talk about the latest news. Sorry guys, I'm getting distracted here. My brain's melting today. Right, okay, so there's ongoing talks. United hoping maybe we can get some sort of deal done for around about 110 million euros. Yesterday there was some information to say that a deal had been proposed or was on the table, or was going to be proposed by Manchester United, which featured a 19 million euros a year sort of structured deal, and then 15 million in additional payments and stuff like that guaranteed as well. And it would be somewhere in the region of 110 million euros. But, I mean, look, it sounds like a pretty ridiculous deal if that's the case, if it is structured like that. I mean, I haven't been up long today, I'm not going to lie. So I haven't had a chance to research too much, so I don't know if too much more has come out about that particular structured deal that was being bandied around yesterday. It sounded like BS to me because surely we couldn't have the bottle and the balls and cojones to go to Dortmund and Ed Woodward just slap down a deal on the table that only gives them 19 million euros up front right now, and then 19 a year for 5 years. No. That's not going to happen. So if United are going to sign him from Dortmund, surely we've got to give most of the money up front here. My personal opinion of all window long has been that he should be going for about 110 million euros. That's about 10 million less than what Dortmund want, but that's not too much less. They might consider somewhere around that region, and I would imagine it would take somewhere around 90 million up front and then 20 million euros down the road to get him in. But who actually knows? I mean, we'll see if Dortmund are interested in doing any sort of deal at all now, because they have said quite stringently throughout the window that if the deal wasn't done earlier on, then Jadon was going to remain a Dortmund player. But at this moment in time, Jadon's remaining a Dortmund player, but he's not playing for them. And the last thing they want would be a player who's not got his head in the game, a player who's literally thinking about getting out the door and wants to leave and wants to go to Manchester United. And if he's there for the rest of the season or even there until January, what sort of negative impact can that have on the squad? What sort of negative impact will that have on everybody at the football club? Really, Jadon too. I mean, he's not going to like it. He wants to get away, obviously, so he can get settled and play his football in England. And they won't want him around either if he's not going to be scoring the goals and getting the assists that he was done for the previous 2 seasons, which he might well do. If they did stick with him, if they did keep Jadon Sancho in this particular transfer window beyond and sold him in January or in the summer, I'm sure they would play him. It's not like they're just going to sit him on the bench and let him rot away because he wants to leave, because he's so much of a good player. But at the same time, he would have to be professional and get his head down and continue, which he has said in the past that he would do. But this current behaviour at the moment that we're seeing, it's obviously to do with this current transfer. He wants to leave. He's trying to maybe force it. Maybe he is genuinely ill, but I doubt it. I mean, I very much doubt he's got respiratory illness right now. And Jadon Sancho is probably pushing for a move away. And this is one of his methods of doing it. He's probably got advisors that have said, look, don't train, just obviously show your discontent. Maybe they've handed in a formal sort of transfer request, for all we know. But at this moment in time, it looks like all the things are pushing in the right direction, because Sancho's got that discontent there at Dortmund. He's probably wanted to come. If United do not manage to agree terms with Dortmund this window, though, we're not going to get him. So it's all about whether or not we can pay the money for him and go and get him. We have to look at alternatives if we cannot get the deal done. Like if Dortmund just say, no, sorry, it's 120 million right now on the table, or nothing else, then Man United, I very much doubt we will actually pay that money, because it's a lot of money to pay up front. It's probably overvaluation of the player anyway. But also it's not realistic. It's just not realistic right now for us to pay 120 million up front. But I just don't see us doing it because of the board and their egos and everything. Like, there's no way they will meet Dortmund's valuation. Otherwise, we should have just bought him at the start of the window. So they look like absolute twats if they do that. If they actually did do that and signed Jadon for the full price of 120 million euros, then they would look like absolute idiots, because they could have just got this deal wrapped up at the start of the window, and then we'd have actually had him for the beginning of the season, and we'd have actually been better prepared. That's what really pisses me off about this, is just the fact that unless we do get a decent saving, this would have all been just completely pointless, apart from maybe just to try and drag it out and try and save some money, and maybe not pay him a couple of months worth of high wages. That's probably how the bloody board think about it too. Or we save 1.6 million by not buying him until the end of the window. Twats, man. Seriously. Honestly, that's how I feel. There's over 200 of you watching right now, lads and lasses, on the live stream. Thank you, everybody who's tuning in today. Hope you're all having a great Saturday. Smash that thumbs up button on it, lads and lasses. Let's see if we can smash 100 likes on this video right now. Appreciate it, though. If you do give it a thumbs up, that will help boost this stream up. So appreciate it, every single one of you legends that does. Talk MU, what's going on? He says, Pig, United have to sign him because it suits the sponsors and shirt sales, etc., etc. Yes, very true, very true. I mean, that is going to generate a fortune for us over the next decade. Don't even necessarily think about the short term. This summer, I personally think, now, you might call me wrong on this one, but because I don't actually know, but I personally think that even if they sign Jadon Sancho, they will sell a lot of shirts this summer, but I don't think it will be like I really don't think it will be like a special summer in terms of shirt sales, because generally people just don't have very much money at the moment. Like, with what's going on in the world, it is pretty freaking gashtastic. Not a lot of people are in, it's just they're not going to sell as much because of that. Things are tighter for everyone. And also because of the current regime and owners. People like myself, people like a lot of people, even if we got Sancho, we're not going to go out there and buy a Sancho shirt. Now, they will obviously use him commercially for deals and things like that, adverts or whatever, forever. But actually, in terms of the shirt sales, they probably will get quite a lot this summer. But I think it's over the next 10 years you've got to look at that. Over the next 10 years. Lots of people will go out and buy the Sancho shirt. I know they will. But not as many as maybe if this was not a complete shit regime-owned club. Then they'd probably go out and buy more of them, I think. So, yeah, there's that, guys. That we will generate a lot more money back from having Jadon Sancho around. It really is a no-brainer to me. Even if you did have to pay that money for it, but I can't see our board bending and paying the full 120, because, like I say, it's an ego thing. It's become an ego thing now. We don't like to be seen overpaying for players. And Jadon Sancho at 120 million euros right now, that is, I hate to say it, that is overpaying for players. The pandemic has been pretty gashtastic, my friends. We're just talking about how it's affected everybody. And it's certainly affected football clubs. So Jadon Sancho's value of 120 million is more like 150 million last season. So it's a massive investment at this time. We don't want to be seen to be paying over the odds for players like we have done with Harry Maguire. Because the problem is, it's true to say that every football club that comes in for negotiations with United right now, pretty much, more or less, they seem to ask us for a lot more money than other clubs. If other clubs were coming in for certain players, I think they'd be able to get the deals for less. I do, but because it's United, because they know we're going to pay the money and we know we've got a useless board and a bunch of bloody human potatoes, because we've got this twat at the football club doing this business up there, this absolute bloody human potato, Ed Woodward, because we've got him, then everybody knows that we're there to be had. We overpay. We pay Sanchez 500 grand a week. We paid Slabby Maguire 80 million pounds to Leicester for Slabby Maguire. And let's be honest now, he's been pretty freaking bang average. I'm not going to lie. I mean, he's been okay. I hope he's still going to go on and do good things for us, but he's not worth 80 million pounds. I don't care what anybody says. I was playing FIFA last night. I saw him for 43 million at PSG. I was happy to get it. So he's not worth. Sorry guys, he's not worth 80 million pounds. No way near. So we've overpaid for players historically over the years. We can't be seen keeping to do that, which is why you're seeing this Telles deal absolutely stagnate all over the floor as well. Is because we don't want to pay anywhere near what they want from at this stage for a player that we could sign with pre-contract terms in January for nothing. It's October at the moment, October, November, December, then it's January. Then United could sign pre-contract terms with this guy. We could soldier on this season, I guess, with Luke Shaw and Brandon Williams at the back there on the left. And it's going to hurt us and hinder us and not be as good. But at the end of the day, the Glazers will bank about 12 to 15 to 20 million euros, depending on what sort of valuation Porto are putting on the player. They could bank that and just sign him pre-contract terms in January. The player probably won't mind waiting on a few months because he's going to get a few more pounds in the deal as well. And that's how it works. So you might actually see that happen. But at this moment in time, you know, we are still in negotiations for Telles, and we do expect Telles to come in this window, but just don't rule out the possibility that United, the shithouse board and the Glazers, and what they do in Woodward and Judge, don't rule out the fact that they might actually just drag this out until Jan, or even in the new year is when you actually wouldn't even get him, until the new season, or the end of the season, because if you signed pre-contract terms with him in January, he wouldn't be able to leave Porto until the end of the year. So, look, but that's the reality. Porto pretty much have to sell this guy. We'll talk about Telles now because Porto pretty much have to sell this guy. If they want to get the money in for him, any money at all, 10 million, 12 million, 15 million, something like that's better than nothing. And yeah, they would have the service of a really good player between now and January, and now and the end of the season. But they're going to lose out on that money, and they could get that money spent on another player who's going to be playing for them for many years to come. So I do think that Porto need to sell him. This is why Man United are just waiting it out. I mean, look, it's going to be, what, today, tomorrow? It's going to be very, very soon if it's going to happen at all. So we're waiting for all the information to come out. In terms of negotiations, they're still in negotiations with Porto, but it is at an impasse pretty much at this moment in time. Lads and lasses, I'm absolutely ill. I'm absolutely ill today. Nearly 300 of you legends tuning in. Please do us a massive favour and smash that like button on the video, you heroes. Matt Rush says, fab tweet with a Telles update. Sweet. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for letting me know. Just as we're talking about Telles, very good stuff. Here we go. Here we go. Here is a fab tweet. Fabrizio Romano, oh, here we go, in regards to still no agreement between Manchester United and Barcelona for Ousmane Dembele. MUFC are only interested in signing him on loan. Barca always asked for a permanent deal, not easy. Cavani has been offered again, but he wants a long-term contract and huge wages. No Jovic, hashtag Manchester United. Okay then, so that's from 10 minutes ago. Quite interesting. Yeah, I thought this was in regards to Telles, lads. But anyway, no, it's just more of the same with Ousmane Dembele there. Still no agreement between United. Look, there probably will be no agreement between United and Ousmane Dembele. The only way I see Ousmane Dembele coming on loan to United is if we don't get Sancho. So I guess it's there as a backup option, and which we might not get. So look, or we could get both, but I very much doubt that. Very much doubt we've got the vision and the bottle to go and get Ousmane Dembele and Sancho in this window. So yeah, look, we'll see with that one. Barca always want a permanent deal. United just want him on a season-long loan. That's all that's really happening. Barca need to sort of generate a little bit of money or save some wages, I think, because they're trying to get Memphis Depay into the club. So they kind of want to get Ousmane Dembele out of there, and that would leave the path clear for them to get Memphis Depay. So in terms of wingers, Ousmane Dembele And Jadon, obviously, it's a no-brainer for us. Jadon's definitely the better option. He's younger, he's fitter, he's got more potential, I think. Usman's obviously a ridiculously good player as well, unbelievable. But he's racked with injury problems, and that's a major concern. We don't want a paper player out there who could just get scrunched up out there. No way. So we need Sancho. That's got to be how it is. Cavani's been offered again, but he wants a long-term contract plus huge wages. Yeah, we don't want another prima donna here who's linked up. I mean, the only way I would consider Cavani coming is if it was for a season. If he wanted to come for a season and there's no risk beyond that season for United, and even on 300 grand a week, it's not very risky really if he's only here for the season, then I would say, yeah, sure, because it's not that much of a risk and he might score some important goals for you, and he is still a very good player. But at 33 years of age, it's not worth getting any sort of length of the contract longer than a year. Plus, I just don't want him anyway because he doesn't fit in and he's only going to hinder the development of players like Marcio and Greenwood in that position anyway. So I do think that Cavani's a decent option, but not for me. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you'd like to see Edinson for Cavani at Manchester United, though. Smash a 2 if you would not. Ugh. Okay, here's some news about Tellez. Sorry, Matty Rushmeister. I've just seen the information here. Okay, so there is some more information in regards to Tellez. We were just talking about Tellez. There's still no agreement between Barca and United for Dembele. The English side insist for a loan. Not easy to find an agreement. For Tellez, United know that his current contract expires next year, and they don't want to pay what Porto ask. Crucial hours. So it's a very gash update, that one, in terms of what it means, because it just goes to highlight the fact that maybe United will be trying to get it done in January for free. I don't think so. I think this board, I think the fans would just absolutely shit the bed, wouldn't they? The fans would poo-poo the bed if there was no signings coming in this summer now. If we just ended the window with Donny van der Beek, I think every United fan wakes up in the morning tomorrow or end of deadline day in a bed full of poo-poo. They would have shat the bed, my friends, over that one, because it's just not acceptable for United to finish this window with only Donny van der Beek coming in. That would be preposterous to even think that, with all the other teams strengthening around us, that we could actually end this window having only got Donny van der Beek. So that's not even possible, guys. That's not going to happen. You know, we have to get Tellez. This wait until January shit's nonsense. What I really want to do is actually just have a bit of a rant right now, but my throat's too weak. I'm trying to save it. So we've got a lot of stuff to do this weekend. So I'm trying to save my voice a little bit, and I'm full of cold here, but I'm really pissed off, guys. I just want to let you know. I might be chilled out and mellow it, but I'm pissed off with this. This is pathetic, this window. We haven't got Alex Tellez yet. He may or may not come, but you know, I'm still expecting him to come. It's still more than likely that he comes because United need him. And as I say, even if we do have to pay a little bit more than we actually want right now, just to appease the fans alone, I think Woodward and co would do it, because we couldn't accept Donny van der Beek being the only signing of this summer. So we'll see what goes on there. I mean, I guess if they didn't get Tellez and they waited until Jan, but they still did sign Sancho, then people would really forget about it. I wouldn't, because I think we need to strengthen in all areas. And they're not even, right wing's not even the key area for me, really. But a lot of people would be like, oh, nice, we got Sancho, well, that's good enough. You know, we got Sancho and Donny. But that wouldn't be good enough for me. Let's see if it would be good enough for you then, lads and lasses. Shout out to you all for getting in here and stopping by today. Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell. Tox Cole with a $50 super chat. Bloody hell, Tox Cole, man. Dude, thank you so much for that, Tox. I don't know what to say, man. Appreciate it, mate. He says, this should surely mean that we're getting Sancho. Haha, good morning from the US. Tox Cole, man, that's so kind of you, mate. Really appreciate that, Tox. Thank you, my brother. Yeah, it should mean that. But, you know, this is Manchester United we're talking about. This is Ed Woodward. This is this guy we're talking about, the human potato. And the human potato Woodward, we call him that because he carries out all the same behaviours as a potato, you know, in terms of what he brings to the table for United. So, look, it depends if we're willing to spend the money. It depends if they're actually capable of getting these negotiations wrapped up, because of Dortmund's pretty strict stance at the start of the window and what they said throughout the window. They have said adamantly he's not going anywhere unless the money's put on the table, 120 million up front, boom. They've said that all summer long, but it doesn't mean that's true, but it does mean that we're going to have to negotiate. We have to use negotiation skills in order to reach an agreement with them. We don't just want to completely pie off the deal right now because we've got too much, too many idiots up top, and they basically could spoil the deal, you know, by lowballing this guy. You know, this is the king of the lowball offer, this guy. So let's see if they've got the bottle to do it, Tox. But hopefully we do. I mean, I'd love it. We've only got a day or two. I'd love it if we get Jadon Sancho. It'd be the highlight of my year, or in terms of Manchester United, really. I think because it's not been the best sort of year, really. Okay, naturally no, because we did finish third. But I mean, in terms of signings and stuff like that, it would be an amazing signing. I just feel like we have the right player for the next 10 years. So come on, get in there, my son, Tox. Let's hope so. But there's every possibility that no, that won't happen. Thank you, Tox, you madman. Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great day from the USA. Obviously, it's pretty early there. Hey, what's going on? Strip Bear with a £5 super chat as well. Thank you, Strip Bear. Comments, the mighty Chelsea won. Can't wait for United. Oh, no, Strip Bear. Yeah, 4-0, wasn't it? Let me just see who the goal scorers was. Go on, Brighton. Hang on, Everton are 2-1 up, by the way, against Brighton right now in this game. 46 minutes gone. But Mopé just scored one in the 41st minute, but then Mina's just got one back for Everton, so it is 2-1 now, just before half-time. But in the game today, Chelsea versus Crystal Palace, look what happened. Chilwell scored, Zuma scored, Jorginho with a couple of pens. Chilwell with an assist. They smashed up Crystal Palace 4-0, a team that we lost 3-1 to. Start of the season, not looking good, is it? Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good for us. This is the what I really worry about. We lost three. I know you can't do this because it doesn't really make sense. Football maths and football science, or whatever you want to call it, doesn't work. Styles make games. It depends how the team turns up on the day. That's absolutely true. But Crystal Palace got at us. We got absolutely ruined by the likes of Wilfried Zaha. 3-1 it was, and Chelsea just beat them 4-0. No issues at all for Chelsea. So that does not bode well for Manchester United. I'm not going to lie. Thank you so much for that, Strip Bear. Hey KM, dude, what's going on? He says late night FIFA streams are making pig melt. I think he said that. Sorry, your comment's gone. Heiko Firestorm Tiger, how you doing? He says 2 out of 2 local speculation is Dortmund waits for January and other Premier League offers. Deutschland über alles. Hey, thank you so much, Heiko Firestorm Tiger, one of the legends watching from Germany. He's given us the inside scoop over there in the media in Germany. So is it being portrayed that he's completely staying then, or not completely staying, but like you just said, speculation is Dortmund waits for January. So the media portraying that it's more likely to stay then over there, Heiko? Seems like it. That's very interesting, isn't it? I personally think that it's 50-50 still, It would not surprise me if it didn't end up getting him. It would not surprise me if Dortmund wanted to keep him until January, because like we've gone over, it doesn't really make a difference to them in valuation. All it would mean is they get a good player in their squad for a few months, and then he's still going to be able to be sold for that amount of money in January. And they don't have to rush around. They don't have to try and scratch around and get a replacement. They just have to plan. They've got a few more months. They can get somebody in and they can sell them in January. Maybe other football clubs would be interested in January too. That's the thing. We've got a new member in the gaff. It's Strip Bear. Welcome to the Bacon Brigade. Dude, I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, Strip Bear, thank you so much. He's just become a member of the Bacon Brigade, man. Everybody, all the channel members. I'm absolutely loving all the channel members at the moment. Thank you so much. We've had a bunch of new ones over the last few days. I just want to say thank you, everyone. All the old ones, all the new ones, all the viewers. Thank you, Strip Bear. Get your favourite channel member emoji in there, guys, to welcome Strip Bear to the gang. Because he's climbed aboard the bacon train right here, Strip Bear. And it's great to see you, Strip Bear. Thank you very, very much for getting in here today. I really appreciate it, honestly. PV, what's going on? Sick and tired of all this shit. I agree with you, PV. This is a clown of a window. If this window could be summarised up into that of a human being, I think this is the Ed Woodward window. It's a proper clown of a window. So it does make a lot of sense that it's happening to us right now. Joseph Adams, how you doing, mate? He's got the piggy emoji in there. Mad Dogs, loving it with that piggy emoji. Mark Voot, Cindy Collector says, hi, Pig. Thanks for the info. I also have flu, so get better soon. Thoughts on Spurs game? Not looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Cindy Collector. Yeah, I've got to do a preview for it later on the channel, actually, at some point. I don't know where I'm going to find the time, but I will probably do that at some point. So thank you very much for that. I hope you feel better too. So, sorry to hear you've got a bit of the flu also. Matt Rush has sent me over a transfer update. Let's have another look at this then. Tellers update. Here we go. Thank you so much, Matt Rush, for that. You absolute hero. There's some news to say here that Dembele is going to be staying at Barcelona. There's some breaking news here, but we'll see. I mean, I personally don't think that it's going to happen. I mean, it's definitely not going to. I don't think it's realistic anyway. I think he will stay at Barcelona. He wants to stay at Barcelona. There's some questions with his personality anyway in terms of like what he brings to the table, professionalism and things like that, playing PlayStations all night and stuff like this. And there's this little bit of speculation about whether or not he's professional or not. I just don't want him anyway. I just do not want him. Everyone, please, there's over 300 of you watching. Please do us a favour and smash the thumbs up button if you haven't done so already. Leave a little thumbs up on the video if you can. Thank you, guys. Also, get involved in this comment section as we go along. Raymond Moore says, Tellez update, Pig. Yeah, there was a little bit of a Tellez update. I'll try and, actually, I'll give you it now, and then we'll go through the rest of the news, and then we'll have a bit of an update at the end. But here is the latest on Tellez. All it really is it's just in regards to Tellez. United know his contract expires next summer, obviously, so we can sign pre-contract terms with him in January. And at this moment in time, there's some speculation saying that Manchester United might be favouring waiting and signing pre-contract terms in January, simply down to the fact that Porto want about 20 million euros for him right now, which is too much, to be fair, considering Thiago went to Liverpool for 20 million euros. So it is too much, but United don't want to come up from about bloody 10 or 12 million or whatever it is. We'd have to meet them somewhere in the middle. So let's say 15, 16, 16 million euros, right? The same price as Chris Smalling or similar. Let's say around about there. Now, United aren't willing to pay that to get him a year early, because remember, we can get a player in pre-contract agreement in January, but he doesn't join in January. We'd have to sign him, and then he would actually be available to join us at the end of the season once he leaves Porto at the end of his contract. So we wouldn't actually get him for a year. So this is really terrible. Like, in my opinion, this can't even really be true, because Manchester United need this guy, and he's not a lot of money. Even if we do have to compensate Porto right now, we'd get him a year earlier. So I can't imagine that our board is seriously considering holding on and waiting to pay the money for him, or not pay the money for him, waiting so they don't have to pay the money in January. I cannot imagine our board's doing that. It would be preposterous to think that. But this is our board we're talking about, my friends. This is the same board that haggled and delayed and dragged out the Bruno Fernandes transfer until the end of January, when they could have got him in the summer so they could save a few pennies. This is the same board that does all that sort of behaviour. So it would be no surprise at all if it happened, really, but it would just be absolutely disgusting if it did. Tommy Lim, what's going on, bro? He says, check facts, Man City get 15% of Sancho's deal. As a United fan, you didn't know. Yes, no, I've seen some information about this also. I mean, this is what's reported on, that there's a 15% sell-on clause to Manchester City, yes. So if that is the case, and that is true, because this is the thing, it's not public. That's the thing. People say these things, but it's not, from what we understand, that is the situation. But even so, we shouldn't be paying any extra just because that's part of the sell-on fee. You know what I mean? It should just be the price is the price, and that's what they end up with. They get their 50% cut or whatever it is. Alex Enrico, he says, why won't Lingard leave yet? Because nobody wants him, Alex. He's absolutely gashtastic. Thank you very much there, Mad Dog. Says, Flying Pig for Sporting Director. Dude, I think I'd honestly do a better job than these clowns that we've got. Now, you might think that's preposterous, but I'm more of a football man than those tits are, to be perfectly honest with you. And, they just look at the financial aspects of deals, whereas what you actually have to do as a director of football is try and direct the football, try and get the football in the right direction, which is making the right acquisitions and all that kind of stuff, and planning for the future. Dude, I can't believe Tox Cole, you're a legend, man. Your super chat stood up at the top there, you lunatic. Strip Bear with another one as well, man. Hey, Ice Queen Gaming, Martin Ellison, how are you guys doing too? Strip Bear says Russian billionaires are slightly better than American ones. I think they are, to be honest. No disrespect to American billionaires, but I think the Russian billionaires, they certainly seem to invest a little bit more in their football clubs, don't they? Martin Ellison says, yes, Pig, who are we going to sign? How's FIFA 21? I now have a gaming laptop. Maybe we can have a game one. Yeah, definitely, bro. Yeah, this is brilliant. See, I need to get some absolutely, Martin Ellison. Thank you so much for that. I absolutely need to play some subscribers. So I play on the PC FIFA 21. So absolutely, anybody on PC, just come back after these vids and comment, and we'll sort something out. Put your your gamer tag or whatever the hell it would be in there. Good to hear it, Dawn. Nick Trajanowski says, do you think Sancho will sign, mate? Your honest opinion. My honest opinion on the Jadon Sancho, I would say just about yes. I do think he's going to sign. Just though, it's not a big yes. It's a 50-50, just over 51%. I think he's going to sign. That's probably where I'm at. He wants to come. Ollie wants him. We need him. He'd be a massive player for us. He'd be brilliant commercially. He'd be fantastic shirt sale generation over the years, all that good stuff. He'd be absolutely amazing player to have in all departments. He could get that right wing position nailed on for the next decade at least. Now, you can't put a value on that, really. I mean, you can. It's 120 million euros, but the value that can give your club is massive. If you've got a key position filled for a decade, just think about some of the players that we signed over the past, that if we didn't have them, we'd have been perhaps a lot worse off, and that we're here and maybe we paid a lot of money for them, but because of how much of an impact they had at the football club, they were just simply huge players for us, and they paid for themselves and made themselves look ridiculously cheap. Now, I remember a time when people were saying that, oh my God, we paid, what was it, 30 odd million or whatever it was for Rio Ferdinand and for a centre-back, and people were going, that's mental. But when you actually saw the player, when you actually realised how good he was and the fact that he was just going to be United's centre-back for the next decade, he turned out to be a few £1 million a year, a few million a season, ridiculously cheap for an unbelievable player. I always use that example because I remember at the time when that happened, some people were like turning their nose up at Rio. Not because he wasn't good enough, but just because of the amount of money. And obviously football's changed now. I mean, for a player like that, now it's a bargain. But football's changed. That was like spending, Harry Maguire money back then, So people turn their nose up at the Harry Maguire money, didn't they? Of course they do. They still do, rightfully so on that one. But with Rio, if you get the right player, what I'm saying is, over the next decade, then that pays for itself. And certainly that's what Jadon Sancho is. He's that right-wing star who could get that position nailed on for the next decade. Tagger8 comments, Chelsea outplayed a poor Crystal Palace 4-0. This destroys Ollie's view of how good Palace are. Well, it definitely doesn't help. I'm not going to lie. I mean, it's very bad, but styles make games. It depends what team turns up on the day. It depends about the motivation. It depends about the tactics on the day. It depends about each individual player is on the day and the team on the day. That's why, really... I mean, to be honest, I'm not too worried about Chelsea. I know they've signed a lot of players and I know they are obviously improving, but Solskjaer smashed up Chelsea 3 times last season. It was a different Chelsea, but hopefully this will be a different United but when we play them, but it's not looking likely at the moment with this shite window. Okay, we'll get on to the rest of the news then, folks. Smash the like button if you have not done so already. Thanks to you all for watching. Shout out to the Bacon Brigade. Okay then, here we go. Let's talk about the rest of the news then. There's a little bit more news. Raul Jimenez, by the way, over at Wolves. So, of course, Wolves forward, Raul Jimenez. He's just signed a new contract until 2024 at the football club. They obviously sold Diogo Jota. They've got Raul Jimenez linked down now till 2024. And this is big strides for Wolves, this is like a statement. It doesn't, we know what contracts are all about. It doesn't mean that a team can't come in, but this stops all the speculation for now, this summer anyway. Right now, obviously, Raul Jimenez is going to be staying at Wolves. But next year after that, you never know. But right now, look, that puts an end to any sort of speculation with Raul Jimenez. Not necessarily linked with ourselves, but there's supposed to be a few clubs interested, United being one of them, but it's not going to materialise. He's staying at Wolves. I tell you what, the Wolves, man, they have taken some serious steps, haven't they? Like the players they've got, some of the players they've got now, signing Nelson Semedo, and just the profile of players that they're signing now from Barcelona. And okay, I know they still sold a couple of players, but they've reinvested that in good players, and I don't think that they're going to struggle any more than last season. I think Nuno's a great coach. They've got a really good team. They've got a great style and ethic. So they're not going anywhere. Like, these are one of the other surprise packages that maybe not a surprise because last season they were so good, but think about, like, there's 8 teams, really. There's 8 teams that could get the top 4 spots. I genuinely believe that. Now, I'm not sure if Wolves are one of them, but they could be. They actually could be. So, Raul Jimenez, guys, would you have liked to see Raul Jimenez join Manchester United in this window? Is that a player you feel sad that we missed out on? Mark Diaz says, yes, Pig. Yes, Mark Diaz. Thank you very, very much, Mark Diaz. Strip Bear says, give your players more money. Thank you. Yeah, exactly, Strip Bear. I mean, it's not that hard, is it? You just have to... I mean, the problem with our team is, though, with our particular owners, is we do give our players too much bloody money. That's the issue, man. We've got literally shit owners that just stop, really sticking to what we need to do. They just disregard wage structure, where they spend too much money on players that they shouldn't, and they don't spend enough money on players that they should. They're actually pretty gashtastic, I think, our owners and our board. Matt Rush says subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, Matt Rush. Yeah, please do subscribe. Smash the thumbs up if you haven't done so already. What's up, Rachel Boswell? How you doing? Thanks for getting in here. FSHSHS says we need a fullback at least since Dalot is gone. Spot on. It needs to be Tellez. Gungshi, our man in Taiwan. How you doing there, Gungshi? He says, Mrs. P. Cake Bandit, hope you feel better and have a good rest. Is Mrs. P. Cake Bandit in here, is she? She should be resting right now. But anyway, so should I. I'm not very well at all, guys. I've got a proper mashed up throat. I'm dribbling from the nose. I definitely just got an illness. I think when the missus came round the other day, she's given me a bit of the COVID, guys. I'm not going to lie. But no, I don't feel good. But I'm gonna soldier on. You know, I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. I think it's just where it's a combination of where I was speaking so much yesterday. I was basically on stream for 10 hours yesterday, just talking non-stop. You know, where I did the 5.5 hour FIFA stream and then 2 of these vids. My throat was mashed. Ryan Burberspin 9 says 191 likes. Let's hit 200. Go on, Ryan, son. Rewan Ditchin comments, let's forget Sancho for now. Assuming he doesn't come this transfer window, what are the probable players, according to you, who could come within these 2 days and save our season? What's up, First Class Gamer? How you doing? The Cinnamon. To be honest with you, Rewan Ditchin, I personally think if we're not getting Sancho, then we shouldn't get Dembele, but it looks like he's one that's lined up, but maybe that's been ruled out now. I don't think we should be going for Dembele at all, no. Too injury prone, too expensive as well for what you're getting. If you're going to spend that sort of money, you might as well get somebody younger, or sorry, not younger, less injury prone, or you might as well get somebody permanently. Because £230,000 a week just to get him on a season-long loan, that's a lot of money. You could get like Ismail Assar for not very much money and then pay him a lot less wages than that, like 70 grand a week or something probably. Whereas Dembele's 230,000, that is millions a year. That's millions a year for a season-long loan, and then you've got to give him back. Whereas like Ismail Assar, and I'm not saying Ismail Assar's the answer because he's not. He's nowhere near as good as Sancho or anything like that. But as an alternative, he's better than Dembele. David Neres at Ajax would be better than Dembele in terms of just what he can give you. 23, not injury prone, international. He'd be gettable. So I'd take him. Also, who else? There's another one that is just absolutely spot on that I can't quite think of who it is now, but there's another absolute easy one that makes perfect sense. I mean, there's a few, isn't there? I mean, Wilfried Zaha, he'd be gettable. Look, from Crystal Palace, we've got a 25% future sell-on fee from that deal, so we would get some money back if we could reach an agreement with them. Surely he'd want to come, I don't know. Nice one. Thank you again, Tox Cole, you absolute nutter. You nutbag. Tox Cole, he comments with another super chat and he says, we signed Sancho on Monday and I'm giving an insane amount in super chat. Tox Cole, are you some sort of a prince or something? You know, I don't know what's going on with you, but you've just stumbled across my stream and you're just bestowing us with all sorts of good vibes here, man. I just want to say thank you. And either way, Tox, man, let's hope we sign Sancho then. Let's hope we sign Sancho for a double reason then. But either way, no, look, I hope we do as well. That would just make my day if we sign Sancho. It'd definitely make this window, wouldn't it? I mean, come on. It would absolutely make this window if we signed Sancho, even if we didn't get Tellez. Now, it'd be shit if we didn't get Tellez, and it's crap that we've not got a centre-back. It doesn't even make any sense that we've not got a centre-back in this window, because that's actually the priority position we need to strengthen. But if we got Sancho, we're not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I'd be buzzing my boobies off if we got him because he looks so good and he's just 20 and his stats and everything. Wow, we'd be sorted for the next decade getting him. So that's why it would be such a big signing for us. And like we talked about, if you look at Liverpool and how they did it over the last 5-6 years under Jurgen Klopp, they gave him time. They didn't spend ridiculously. They added the right puzzle pieces every single window, whether it's your Andy Robertsons, whether it's your Salahs. You know, he added all the different puzzle pieces. It didn't happen overnight. It was an acquisition of players over the period of a few years. And obviously great coaching as well at Liverpool, you have to say, and all that. But he has added the right players. That is what's got them the right recipe because they've got the right ingredients. So if you want to make a nice cake, you need a good recipe, but you also need the good ingredients as well. So that's what's going on. We need Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to be like a cake bandit. Oh my days! Tox Cole has just become a crazy member of the channel. Oh my days. Sorry I can't do a more convincing hog today, by the way. I've got all sorts of illnesses going on, my friend. But Tox Coleman, you're an absolute star, man. I don't know what to say, mate. Thank you so much for becoming a crazy member of the channel, man. That is a crazy membership right there from Tox Cole. You're a lunatic. That means you're crazy in the head. Thank you so much for that, Tox Cole, man. You're such a nice bloke. Appreciate it. Thank you for finding this channel and supporting me already, dude. You're off your head. But I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Everybody, all of the channel members here, please welcome Tox Cole to the crew. Please welcome to the Bacon Brigade with your favourite channel member emoji right now. Get your favourite in there. Gunshi says, bit of a whimper there, pig. Bit of a mangasm, Gunshi. That membership was a bit of a mangasm. Oh, anyway, no. Thank you so much, Tox Cole. What a legend. Really appreciate you supporting the show and getting in here with your thoughts. And just thank you for finding us, mate. You legend. Yes. Papa Yor says, tired of this. Dude, I hear you, man. This is the most tiresome window I can remember. Hasib Masood says, Pigman the legend. Thank you so much, Hasib. Ice Queen Gaming, Georgie Best getting their favourite emojis in there. Georgie Best with his Roy Keane nonsense emoji. First class game with this wild pig and his Phil Jones emojis. Kayam, look at that. Great stuff. Georgie Best, the boss. G-Wolf. Oh my days. Strip Bear getting in here with a super chat as well. He says, Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea for my ringtone. No, bro. No, bro. No, bro. Absolutely bloody not. Hey, Lou, fair enough, though. Thank you. All fans are welcome on this channel, as long as you're respectful and stuff. You certainly are, Strip Bear. You remember this channel, man. But, nah, we're not condoning any sort of Chelsea chants or anything like that, mate, at all. So, no. Do you know what, though? Do you know what I like, Strip Bear? Shall I tell you what I like, Strip Bear? You know how Chelsea just beat Crystal Palace 4-0, and we obviously lost to them 3-1, and we've got you coming up soon. Do you know what I like? Is that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's absolutely slapped up Frank Lampard so far as managers. Sorry to say, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's made Frank Lampard his little bitch, to be honest. He's literally, hang on, it was that semi-final in the FA Cup we lost. That's the only one. That is a biggie, don't get me wrong, that's a biggie. But all the other 3 games, we played them in 3 games last season, including the first game of the season where we smashed up Lampard's team 4-0, and we beat them 3 times last season. So, say what you want about Solskjaer, okay, they have signed and got new players and we haven't done, but I still think we can smash up Chelsea. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you think we can smash up Chelsea right now, guys. I don't care what people say, it's about turning up on the day. And I think United maybe do have a problem that we seem to struggle turning up against lesser opposition. Mentally, for some reason. We can only get up for it against the big boys for some reason. Sex, guys. Sorry to be a twat. I've got to go and get some tissue. Cress Welsing, you absolute legend. Sorry to be disgusting on the stream today and just ill as fook. I apologise, everyone. I do. I'm proper melting over here. Cress Welsing sent a £10 super chat over. Cress, what's going on? What's going on today? Anyway, Cress Welsing, thank you so much for that, Cress. You're a loon bag. That's all I can say. First class game says pig down. Get the lemsip. Absolutely. Back in a sec, guys. I need to get some tissue. Right, okay, I'm back. Sorry about this, guys. I'm just ill. Right, here we go then. So, Raul Jimenez has signed for Wolves for another 4 years there. That's some news, obviously, with the player that was linked to us. Cress Welsing, thank you so much for that, Cress. Everybody, yeah, Debbie Elder says, you okay, pig? Yeah, I'm not too bad. I've just got a cold. I'm just melting. I'm not had very much sleep. I'm tired, and I spoke for 10 hours on the stream yesterday, and my throat's raw, and I've got a cold on top of it. So I'm just melting. Just melting a bit, but I'm okay. Hope it's not Corona, says Scouse has stole our title. Well, I bloody hope so too. Could be, couldn't it? Could be. Fari Hisodi says, what are we going to do with Phil Jones? Is he going to play or not? Otherwise, why is he still at our club? He's not going to play, really, Fari. He's just going to melt all over the place, unfortunately, because he's a melter. He's definitely not going to play, I don't think. He's just shit, isn't he? He wouldn't even get in the team, guys. I don't see how he'd get in the team. He's not going to get in the team. So he's not going to play. He's just going to collect his £130,000 a week to girl, to make faces. That's what he does. He's just known for being a meme, that man. He gets paid 130 grand a week to be a meme and drive his Lamborghini around. It's absolutely gash. DT Westy says, love you, lad. Thank you so much, DT Westy. Right back at you. Zenden Heinen says, please say boom, 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 Chanka. There you go. John Anderson says, no more bumps, pig. No, there's no drugs or anything going on over here for sure, John Anderson. That is 100% true. I think that's what you mean by bumps, like a bump of cocaine. No, definitely not. That's definitely not the case, my friend. No, I'm just literally melting. Blame Nicola for giving me disease. Soccer Blogger says Cavani as a backup striker is way better than Igalo. Oh well. Maybe that's what I could do with, though, to be honest with you. Debbie Elder says James only went there because they have a proper manager. James only went... Oh, Ramos Rodriguez. Yeah, I mean, it's a fair comment. It's a fair comment. Look, I understand. I mean, if you've got a big-name manager like Carlo Ancelotti, you can just do things that other clubs can't do because of the name, because of his connections. He's a proper football man with a big reputation in wherever he's been successful. And players love to play for a coach like Carlo Ancelotti. He's one of the big-name coaches in the world, you know. It's your Peps and your Joses and your Klopps and your Carlos. It really is, and your Diego Simeones. So it is obviously very appealing to play for a big name manager like Carlo Ancelotti, which is why they signed James Rodriguez for, what was it? Was it £19 million or something? It wasn't even a lot of money. Who can remember? How much was it? It wasn't very much at all. Mohammed A says, do a pig impression. There's not much. See, there's just not that much Man United can really do there because the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer doesn't have the reputation of the name. But it's still a massive football club. I don't think these deals are not being done right now because Ollie's there. Sancho's desperate to come. Tellers is desperate to come. It's just our board's inability to get them in. Solskjaer still signed big players. You know, Bruno Fernandes is a big player. Harry Maguire at the time, you know, that's a big player, obviously, to get in there for that sort of money, get that deal done. He obviously wanted to play for Ollie. Wambas, you know, everybody, okay. They're not the hugest name players that Ole Gunnar signed. It's not about the profile, but we are looking for different types of players now. We're not looking for those massively high-profile prima donna type players, in my opinion. We should be looking for something else. Sar Voulon, how are you doing today, Sar? Great to see you. Thank you very much for getting in there with that piggy emoji. Part of the midnight crew, Sar Voulon, watching the FIFA all night long. We are tired today, though. We are absolutely tired and melted today. I'm ill today, Sar. Hayden Alessandro says, my sister is giving birth in 4 days. She's having a girl. Get in there, Hayden Alessandro, lad. Everybody stick a baby emoji in there for Hayden Alessandro, or a pink emoji or something. Actually, put a pink emoji in the live chat, seeing as she's having a girl. Nice one, Hayden. You're going to be an uncle, my friend. Get in. Uncle Hayden. Ellie, have a great day. Thank you so much for getting in here. She's off for a kip. Thank you so much for stopping by, Ellie. You absolute hero. First Class Gamer says, congrats, Hayden. Tedden Mengi, what's going on, Tedden? He says, people speak of the ambition of the club when we don't sign big players. But what about the ambition of the club when we sign Ollie as manager? I think that is a huge ambition of the club. You know why? Because we'd already tried that tactic of getting the big name manager. I mean, Jose Mourinho, that is ambition from a football club. If you sign Jose Mourinho as your manager, that's huge money. He's a huge reputation manager. Same with Louis van Gaal, really. Okay, not David Moyes. Louis to a lesser extent, but certainly Jose, that's ambition. So I understand what you're saying, but that ambition was misguided because we don't actually need that type of manager right now. We don't need a short-term big-name manager. Like, even Carlo's wrong for us. We don't need that. We need somebody long-term. We don't need the new Fergie. And I'm not saying that Solskjaer's the new Fergie, but we need to give somebody time and belief to be able to try and be the new Fergie. We don't need somebody who's a massive name, big name manager who's just like one of the biggest names in the world just to bring players in and pay loads of money and screw up our wage structure. We actually should be planning for the future properly. Like, people expect a bit too much too soon. We do need players in this window, but we also just need to strengthen and get back to where we should be, which is challenging for things. And we should have a really good crop of players coming through our youth ranks. We're signing all these good young players for the future. So we do seem to be building this. The type of players we've signed are much better. They're not like big name prima donna players. I like that fact that we haven't done that. So let's just wait. Let's just wait and see. We need to give him time and players. Like, give him a bit of time to build, sign the right type of players, not these big name prima donna players that we've already tried to sign. Do you know what? That's all we've done for the last 7 years, really. Apart from Moyes, is get big name managers with big reputations who bring in big name players. That's all we've done for the last six years before Ollie. Did it work? Did it fook? It didn't work at all. We shut the bed with that tactic. We just got really overpaid by prima donnas who do nothing pretty much. Okay, Zlatan was a good shout, but Alexis Sanchez or, whoever. We made loads of random signings that just didn't make any sense. Your Schweinsteigers, your Schneiderlins, whoever it may be. We failed so many times over the years signing players with United. And it doesn't matter what the name of the manager is. It's more about how you approach it and what your plan is. And United need players that are getting better. United need players that are hungry, that want to play for United, that want to play for the badge. People like Aaron Wan-Bissaka's perfect. People like Bruno Fernandes, these are the right types of signings. So if United add these players in a couple of years' time, we will have an awesome squad. But you know what? In order to let Ollie do what he's got to do, and if you want United challenging in a couple of years' time, then you need to give him the patience now to have the odd bad game here and there, because the squad's not there yet. It's actually not there yet. Thank you, Fahi Hisoli. He says, love your work, Pig. Always have a laugh when you talk about Phil Jones. Thank you, dude. Well, yeah, he's a melter, isn't he? The United Way says, I was like 2222. What's that in regards to? By the way, United Way, shout out to you, my man. You're an absolute bloody hero. Check out the United Way's channel there. Yeah, I've got some news coming about some cups and stuff. You just wait and see. I won't see. I'll just tease it at the moment. We'll figure some stuff out. Thank you so much. Giannis Varaklis says, hi, Pig. What do you think about Man United centre-back position? Giannis Varaklis, I think it's absolutely gashtastic, my friend. I think it's gashtastic. This is one of the worst centre-back pairings of my entire life. It is the worst centre-back pairing I've seen in my entire life. When I was a wee nipper, United had Bruce and Pallister. And they were quality. They were quality for us. And then after that, we had Stam. We had who else? I'm just trying to think who partnered Stam mainly now. But we had a bunch of different players in there alongside Stam. Basically, he was just unbelievable. And then of course Rio and Vidic. That era was ridiculous. So we've always had really good centre backs, and right now we don't have a really good centre back. We've got pretty shit centre-backs. Eric Bailly looked good the other day, but is he really ready to consistently do it every single week? Hopefully, he's going to have to, in my opinion, because we don't have the other players to do it. Football with Brownie says, Ollie is a fraud pig from a Cardiff fan. I'm not having it, just because he didn't do the business at Cardiff there. Little bit bitter, I think, there, my friend. No, okay, look, I'm sure you've seen it firsthand. Yeah, fair play. But you can have that at clubs where it doesn't go right and you have a failure, but you go on to another club and then have success. That does happen. So just because he didn't make it work at Cardiff, he's not a Cardiff man, is he? And also, this is a different situation. It is a totally different animal managing United to Cardiff. And I'm not saying like it's any, if anything, his credentials are not there more so for Manchester United to be the manager. But he's done an all right job so far. I mean, he finished third with us last year. So in reality, if we're being honest, Football Brandon, I'd say finishing third with United squad last season, that is like getting Cardiff, mid-table or something, in my opinion. Like, if he got them relegated, but if he'd have finished, that's like an achievement-wise, finishing bloody mid-table in the Prem or something with Cardiff. That's what finishing third, maybe not quite actually, just keeping them up or something, but whatever, either way, it's satisfactory, more than satisfactory. He managed to get third with a shit team, so that's why I'm actually basing this on, I'm not just basing my opinion on Solskjaer's performance out of blind loyalty, the fact that he's a great player for us. It's got nothing to do with his coaching ability. I'm basing it on all different factors. He's a great ambassador for the club. He loves the club. He's got great vision for the club. He's played under Sir Alex Ferguson. He still gets help from Sir Alex Ferguson, which is big. He's a lovely bloke. Those are all factors, but they don't help in terms of footballing terms. But I'm also basing it on footballing terms. I'm seeing how he did against the big teams last year. Never mind the little teams where we couldn't unlock defences. We didn't have the right players until the end of Jan for that, in my opinion. And then after that, we were great. But the Man Cities, the Chelseas, we turned up in a lot of the big games and he showed good managerial acumen and coaching abilities in order to win those games, in order to best Pep Guardiola, in order to do the treble over Chelsea 3 times and smash them 3 times. He did show good footballing ability, good managerial ability. He changed tactics. Those games against Pep Guardiola. Say what you want, but people can say, oh, he's changed it to 5-3-2 and it's not progressive and it's not attacking. But it's effective and we won, and he changed the tactic. He made a tactical decision to change and win the game. And we won the game. So, I'm basing it not just on his reputation as a player or anything. That doesn't come into it. I'm basing it on what I've actually seen as him being the manager at United. Taking a club that was where they were at when we had him. He came in, he won the first bloody 10 games and got himself the job from an interim position, which nobody really saw coming because he was so good instantly. It did drop off after that. But then last season overall, we got back on track. We finished third. We got Champions League football. He did his job very, very well. So that's why I think that he's a good manager. I just think he might not be a good manager for anybody else, but for United, he's the right sort of fit. Of course, he'd be a decent manager for anybody else. I'm just saying he knows this football club more so than any other football club. So he's a good fit for us. Mr. KO09 says, has the board put in a third bid for Sancho? That's what we're sort of understanding. But thank you so much, Matt Rush. He says we've got a fab tweet, Fabrizio Romano update here just from 1 minute ago, 4:40 p.m. Thank you, Matt Rush. He says, Manchester United are in talks with Edinson Cavani agents. He wants a long-term deal plus more than 10 million euros a season as wages. Huge agent fees. Cavani has been offered to MUFC by days also to other clubs. Benfica and Atletico deals months ago collapsed because of agent fees. Screw that, man. We don't want this absolute bloody mercenary. I don't want this mercenary coming in. Screw that. That'd be an absolute joke. I've had enough of it. Why the hell are we talking to Cavani about his, a long-term deal? We're not giving Cavani a long-term deal on 10 million a year. He's bloody over the hill and far away. I've had enough of him, man. No. This Cavani link's doing my head in. We don't need another doing my head in, son. It's doing my head in, son. That was a good one. This Cavani deal's doing my head in, son. I came up with that right on the spot. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Smash that like if you haven't done so already. That would be shit if we signed Edinson Cavani. I don't want Edinson Cavani anywhere near this football club. No. Getting Cavani would do my head in, son. Anyway, let's get on with this. Let's get on with this. Cavani is 33, nearly 34, says Matt Rush. He's over the hill, man. He's too lately over the hill. Mrs. P Cake Bandit, stick your cake emoji in the live chat for Mrs. P. Fouk Cavani, says Mark Vu. Absolutely. Dylan Hart says we're going for a defender from France, League 2. His name's Willy Cambawala. Fair play, mate. I have to check into that one, Dylan Hart. How old is he? Is he another young lad? Thomas Hopkins says comedic genius. Thank you, dude. Contrarian. How's it going, Contrarian? Doug CIB says, I'm fed up with this board, mate. I just hope they sign Sancho. I don't really care about any other signings. He is generational talent. Also, they offered Cavani because they know we are dumb enough. Good shout, Doug C. Yeah, I agree. We are dumb enough to sign Cavani, probably. It's a classic Ed Woodward signing, that one. It's another Falcao. It's such a Falcao deal. We don't want Falcao. Usher Mazdadov says, Cavani equals Agallo. It's BS. Yeah, I agree with you. Gunshi says, it's become a clear pattern with these crappy owners and the human potato. Disgraceful from Eddie Woodward. Strip Bear says, age is a concept. Sign him. Sign Giggs. Well, yeah, if we got Rio Ferdinand, Vidic, Giggs and Scholes out of action again, they'd be all right, I reckon. What about David Beckham for dead balls? I'm sure David Beckham would still score free kicks and stuff like that. Did you see him in that Legends game against Bayern Munich last summer? He absolutely ran the show. He was awesome. He could still probably do a better job than half of this crap. Isaac Jones says, I'd rather go for Ocampos, bro. Yeah. Ocampos, good option, actually. 26 Argentina international. He's a good option, actually. I do like him. I think he's better, definitely, than Dembele. Not better necessarily, but a better option because he's not injury prone and stuff like that. He's cheaper. Pricey MFC says, do you reckon some big news will come today, Pig? I don't know. I hope so. I'll keep my ear to the ground. If anything does come out, I'll be on here to talk about it. But realistically, I don't know, mate. It's probably going to be tomorrow. We'll see if anything does come. First Class Gamer says, I hope tonight we get Woodward guest appearing on the show. We'll see about that one, First Class Gamer, man. We need to get you appearing on the show soon, dude. We're going to have a call-in soon. We're going to do a call-in very soon, guys. I'm working on it. So I'm planning it soon. Basically, once all this transfer mess is out the way, I'm going to start doing all those sorts of call-ins and stuff like that. Sim says it's Falcao, Di Maria and Ibra in one signing. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, the Ibra bit's not too bad, but the Falcao and Di Maria bit I do not like. You're right, though. It's like the Falcao sign, and he's ex-bloody PSG scummer there, like Di Maria, and yeah, it's just mercenary city. We don't need mercenaries. VG Govender says United might as well buy the whole of South Africa team's chief pirates. United, we will support, but the owner. Oh yeah, the Kaiser Chiefs or the Orlando Pirates. Oh right, yeah, I wonder what you meant there. The Chiefs / Pirates. I was like, what? But then I remembered, yeah, the South African team's called Kaiser Chiefs and Orlando Pirates. Nice one, I like your comment. Thank you. Ayatollah of Rock and Roller, what's going on? How are you? Kayam says, did the potato survive last night's show? Mate, this potato's a rock, man. I've tried to destroy this potato many times. You know, he's got a bit of a knock in his head now, as you can see at the back. But no, this potato has survived. I think Ed Woodward's kind of like a cockroach. It makes a lot of sense. I think him, after a nuclear blast, there'll only be cockroaches and Ed Woodward that survive. That's my personal opinion. Kellen says, Sancho has to come. You would think. Everyone, do us a massive favour. We smashed 200 likes on the stream, you bloody heroes. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do smash the thumbs up, guys. I'm going to be going pretty soon. I need to rest my voice, really, because otherwise I'm going to be melted for later streams because I'm not very well today and I've smashed my voice up, guys. It's gash. Football with Brownie says, Pig, he allegedly took bungs after bringing 40 Norwegians to Cardiff, who were all with the same agent. Ollie is a fraud. We're not having that on this channel, Football with Brownie. No. Retraction, my friend. Retraction. No, fair play, but I don't believe you, my friend. There's no way Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's taking bungs. He's a Norwegian guy. He's got Norwegian connections. Hence the Norwegians. That's the truth of it, my friend. Ole Solskjaer is not a fraud. We're not having those allegations lodged. Stuart Keogh says, hey, Pig, to be fair, if we signed Sancho and Cavani, we would actually challenge for things. I don't think we would. I think if we signed Sancho and a top quality centre back, maybe we could challenge for things. But I don't think so. I mean, what do you mean? What just totally discard Tony Martial as striker? Then is that what we're doing? Because that's what we've been working on the last year or two. So we're just going to discard that and give it to 33-year-old Cavani. There's not really any good planning for the future with that one. Yes, Kellan, there will be some FIFA tonight, mate. Absolutely. Come back around about midnight for FIFA. Gemma Henman, what's going on, Gemma? Says, has he can me Sancho? He's not come yet, no. Tox Cole, Deathstroke, Tox PSN4. Casper Romine says, daily record, check it. The United Way says, Ollie's not a fraud, far from it. Good man. Ollie seems like such a nice bloke. I cannot imagine he'd be taking bungs or anything like that. That just seems like absolutely out of character for Ole Gunnar, to be perfectly honest. So I think you're just having a bit of bants there, Football with Brownie. You know, he might have got all these Norwegian players in, but, come on. The United Way says, frauds don't beat Jose and Pep in the same week and beat Lampard 3 times out of 4. Spot on, exactly. Like, he showed good tactical acumen in a bunch of those games against bigger teams. I just don't think we had the unlockers of the opposition defences when we're coming up against the low block teams who sit back last year. But now we should do, especially if we sign these players. Dylan Hart, Martial shouldn't be losing his spot for me. He's our best attacker. He's so skilled. Exactly. Unless you turn him into a winger again, in which case you're not signing Sancho and you're making Martial a winger. I could kind of live with that. Can you actually imagine Rashford on the left, Martial on the right, or the other way round, whichever, and then Cavani up top? It actually sounds pretty good on paper, doesn't it? It does sound pretty good on paper. Matt Rush, thank you so much. He says, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it. Yeah, hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already. Click the bell icon to be notified when we post live. Kerwin Nixon, what's going on, Kerwin? Mr. KO09 as well. He says, no friggin' Josh King. What the F? That would be Gash Josh King. Jonathan Gallagher, Ollie is the right man. Thank you, Jonathan Gallagher. Savu non comments, Piggy the man with the magic controller. You know how it goes. Yeah, we are. Well, apart from that Wolverhampton Wanderers game, sir. Every other one we did all right, I think. We were playing FIFA last night. Wolverhampton Wanderers beat us 6-0. Oh, my God. But every other game we did all right in, yeah. Rattler Gaming. How's it going, Rattler Gaming? One of the channel members here says, Sancho, we don't need him. We need defenders. I mean, I agree with you to an extent. I think we should get him if we can. But it's preposterous that we haven't got a centre-back in this window, which is what we really need. So I agree. Being Dean says, I think Dembele is better and cheaper than Sancho. I don't know. I don't think he is better. If you look at the stats while Dembele was at Dortmund at the same age as Sancho and compare them, which you can actually do like for like pretty much, then Sancho's stats are way more impressive. But he's still obviously a wonderful player. Johannes Garda Santosa. What's going on with the dab, Johan? Fari Hilasoli. Soccer blogger Ryan Berbersman, mad animal, says Ed Woodward shit the bed when he claimed United could do things in the transfer window other teams could only dream of. No, he's right. We can do things in this transfer window only other teams could only dream of. We can screw up any deal possible. We can mash up any deal. Ill, guys. I'm bloody ill. Pricey MFC says, I'd rather take Trossard at this point. I'd actually take Trossard at this point. Man, he had a bunch of good chances against us, but he couldn't hit the side of a barn door, lad. VG Govender says, Piggy, get the Glazers digging out. I hope so. I'll try my best. I'll get digging. I'll get the shovel out. Gary Finnegan says, Ollie at the wheel. Klopp couldn't win anything with this squad either. I agree. Klopp's had to take time and years and he's done a great job coaching. He's done a great job buying players, but he's had to take a lot of time to do it. It's not an overnight thing. Klopp, if I tell you what, if Klopp came into United and United fans in general, when they had our board, he'd have probably got sacked after a couple of seasons because there's no planning for the future. They actually had faith in Klopp at Liverpool. He finished 6th, 7th in his first bloody season or two at Liverpool, you know. It's taken him time. He's added the puzzle pieces each window, and they're a good team now. Hello, Aki Naeem. Hello, Aki. Thank you, Aaron Homeyard, for putting that in there. Zen FN says, hey, remember me from last night's stream? I do indeed, Zen FN. I hope you're doing good. I've lost my bloody voice from last night's stream, dude, and I'm sick today. So, Zen, but great to have you in here, Zen. Thank you for getting back in here and watching the FIFA stream. I'll be doing another one tonight, though. James Long says, you sound like Boris Johnson, my man. That's a little bit preposterous, my friend. How dare you make comparisons to me and the Prime Minister of England, Boris Johnson? Boris Johnson is, to me, an absolute buffoon. Boris Johnson is a melter, and I do not like the Boris Johnson comparisons at all. This man is obviously a melter? No, I'm joking. I've heard it before. Some people say that. I think it's just where I've got a cold right now, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Right, let me just do a quick roundup, and I am going to actually have to wrap this video up because my throat's melting, guys. I need to rest it a little bit. Diogo Dalot, I haven't even talked about this. Diogo Dalot's signing for Milan. He's in Milan. He's doing a medical. He's getting all that done. Diogo Dalot to Milan, lads and lasses. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you're buzzing for Diogo Dalot. Diogo Dalot to Milan. United close to signing a defender called Willy Camblala, by the way. Somebody told us that in the live chat earlier. Oh, look at this. 6 minutes ago from Rich Fay as well. Thank you so much, Matt Rush, for the update. Another update here on Edinson Cavani. So it's coming out. Edinson Cavani has been offered to United ahead of transfer deadline day with initial discussions already held for the free agent. Would contradict the club's transfer policy, but certainly a decent short-term option. He's too old. He's nearly 34. If he wants 300 grand a week or something, it's just not worth it. Maybe for a year, if it's like a season-long loan, but it's not with a free agent. It's just a year's contract. I could take that. I'd take him. I would take him. Would you take Cavani on a season-long loan? Do you know what? I would take him on a season-long, it's not a loan, sorry, but a season-long deal, a 1-year contract. I would take him on a 1-year contract, but not in any other capacity. Nah, screw that. He's too old, man. And he's probably just too much of a prima donna mercenary. I don't think he would be coming for the shirt. No way. He'd be coming for the possibility to, just make the money, I think. Right then, folks. Okay, great stuff. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the updates there, Matt Rush. Follow Matt Rush on Twitter, MattUnited20. The guy's a legend. Follow me on Twitter too, at Mr. Flying Pig HD. What I'm going to do now, though, folks, is I'm going to get into the comment section and read a few more of your comments out, but then I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to rest my voice a little bit, and hopefully there'll be some news, something breaking, in a bit with regards to Manchester United and Telles or Sancho or some good bit of news, hopefully. Ted and Mengi says, 1-year contract at what salary? Well, I guess like 250k a week or something like that. He's a big name player, man. He's not going to come for peanuts. It will definitely be over 200k. Now, over 300k? Absolutely bloody not. No way. It's not worth paying that, but probably 200 to 250k a week, I'd imagine, to get Edinson. But remember, there's not really any big fees. Okay, there's going to be some agent fees. There'll be a small signing-on fee, but it's not like you've got to pay 30 million to a player. Romano tweets, says soccer blogger. Let's have a little look. To be honest, my main man, Matt Rush, keeps me up to date with everything that's going on. So, But yeah, he has just tweeted actually a minute ago. Thank you very much for the update. So he says, Manchester United in talks for different players, but they won't accept to pay crazy wages and agent fees for Edinson Cavani. Talks are on. They won't accept to sign Dembele on a permanent deal as Barca asked. Only loan. Not easy. They won't accept to pay 25 million euros for Telles. with 8 months contract left. Bloody hell. Our board's a freaking calamity. So we're not going to get Telles now, because we could get him in January for nothing. No, I'm not saying we're not. We should do, but it's looking likely maybe we won't, because we can sign pre-contract with him in January. And if we ended up getting bloody Cavani in this window and that's it, that would be a joke, man. That would be an absolute joke. Bloody hell, that'd be a joke. Ashley Jenkins says, who are the defenders we are linked with, Pig? So, Willy Kambwala is this young lad that we're linked to. I don't know anything about it. I've just seen some breaking information online and somebody mentioned it in here on the stat. I'm trying to get some more information as we speak. But also, the other players that we've been linked to this summer in terms of centre-backs, it's only really 2. Badiashile, Benoit Badiashile, and also Upamecano. Those are the only 2 that we're really linked with. Matt Rush says, Fab Tweet Pig. Griffo Chelsea says, Fab Tweet Pig. Thank you, guys. I just read that one out there. So, Man United in talks with different players. Won't accept to pay crazy wages and agents for fees for Edinson Cavani. Talks on. They won't accept to sign Dembele on a permanent loan, as Barca asked. Only loan, not easy. They won't accept to pay 25 million euros for Telles with an 8 nights contract. It's a freaking absolute joke, man. We won't accept to do any business, basically, is what we're saying. We only take Dembele on a loan when it suits us. We only get Telles if we can get him for peanuts or we can get him for free in January. And we're only going to get Edinson if everything else bottles it through, basically. That's what I'm feeling. We're only going to get Edison as everything else bottles it. Nice one, VG Govender. Soccer Blogger says, more posturing from United and Porto. We would have moved to our next choice left back if we don't sign. I agree. I mean, it's more than likely that we do end up with him in this window because we need him. And I do think the fans will shit the bed if we don't get Tellers in this window and we wait until January. It just goes to show you that would be the true feelings of the Glazers. That'd be the true wants of the Glazers and Woodward. If you actually waited until January to sign him next summer, that goes to show you that they don't care about this football club. It goes to show they only care about the money. Cavani would be a class bench player, says John O'Denton. If he's happy to come and do that, he really would be, yeah. After 30 years, Scouse and Stolar Titan says, Ollie needs time and backing. Absolutely. Ted and Mengi says, tell us off as that 80 million goes to the Sancho pool. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. Ashley Jenkins says, Everton top, we are 13th. Ibrahim Mufdo says, for F's sake. Rattler Gaming comments, we need football people to run Manchester United's transfers. I totally agree with you, Rattler Gaming. It makes no sense. We've got a banker doing it. Ponchiello Gonzalez says, Cavani is better than Sanchez, but they do wrong businesses. Absolutely, I agree. He is. He would be a great player for us, but it's short term. He's a mercenary. He's only coming for the money. It's not good for the future of our club. Look, it depends. If you can get him in a sort of rotation capacity, if he's happy, to take over from Igalo's role, basically, then hell yeah, it'd be good to have Cavani around. But it's only going to hinder the likes of Greenwood and of course, Martial as well. Sim says, Ollie set up to fail. We can't be Ollie out. Absolutely. He needs the players. He needs the guys coming in. It's not Ollie's fault. Jonathan Gallagher says, this transfer is an embarrassment, Pig. Absolutely. I think you have to just think of that every season now since the Glazers have been here, really, since Fergie left. We've struggled every single window pretty much. It's been pathetic. So it's no surprise. We've just got terrible owners and terrible board and terrible chief executives. Badal Tapper says, sign Cavani and Sancho. I would take it. Not going to lie, I would. Ted and Mengi says, we don't need I don't want him, but on a season-long deal, yes, I would have him. I would take Edinson Cavani for 1 season. What could hurt to do that? It makes all perfect sense to get Cavani in for 1 year, but only if the money's right. You can't be paying hundreds of thousands. You can't be paying stupid, ridiculous Alexis Sanchez money to this guy just because he's a really big name. What you've got to do is understand that he's probably coming only for one reason and one reason alone, and that is the money. He could play for whatever club he really wants, Cavani. It's just about the money for him. So I don't really think that he's a good option for Manchester United to go and get at all. There's a lot of you legends getting in here right now. Osman Pasha, how you doing, Osman? Pricey MEFC says, are you watching City versus Leeds, Pig? Should be a good game. I might tune in and check it out. I won't be watching it on the channel or anything like that, but I might be tuning in and watching it. John O'Denton says, sue the board. Absolutely. Tobias Goodfor says, put me in a coma until Monday, please. Can't take any more United transfer news. I feel you on that one, Tobias, dude. It is a joke, actually, man. It is a joke, this window. It's sickening. Soccer Blogger says, these pricks better sign Cavani, a right wing and a left back before the deadline. Hey, so let's just have a little vote, because it seems everybody's wanting Cavani all of a sudden. Even I've come around and said I would take him for a season. I think it's just because we've got to the end of the window and we haven't bloody got anyone. So we are sort of in panic situation right now. So smash a 1 in the live chat if you want Cavani at this football club now. Smash a 1 if you take him on a season deal. It won't be a season deal. It'll probably be minimum 2 years, I'd imagine. But if you did want Cavani, then smash a 1 in the live chat if you would take Cavani in this particular transfer window. Ashley Jenkins would. Stuart Keogh would. Soccer Blogger would. Jim Joe Bobby would not. Wakas Akram says 69 dudes. Wiggy would not. Ted and Mengi wouldn't. Shaved 8 would. Sadek Rahman would. Pricey MFC would. 7-1 says I don't mind Cavani, but I want Sancho. Absolutely, yeah. It wouldn't be a good option instead of Sancho, would it? I mean, it'd be better than nothing because, I mean, Sancho's one for the future. Cavani's one for right now as well. Obviously, Sancho is too, but Daz Milton says yes. Second Director TV says yes. Collins Achiri says yes. Bloody hell. Patrick Naranjan says yes. Mrs. P says get some rest, Mr. P, after this video. Yeah, I need to. I'm very, very stressed out, very unwell. I've got a bad throat. I feel ill. I've had a few hours sleep. I'm melting. Zakir Kodabocus with the 1. Matt Rush with the 2. Sims with the 2. Astroholic with the 2. So I think still most of you probably saying no. I think most of you probably saying no right now to him. George Best says 2. Nope. Another mercenary who wants crazy money. It is true. He is a mercenary. He's the definition of a mercenary, really. Fire Up says Vardy's too old. Yeah, he's 33 now, Vardy, but same age as... I guess what you're saying. I guess I hear what you're saying. Like, is Vardy too old? If Edinson Cavani's too old at 33, does that mean Vardy's too old? You're right. He's not too old, is he? Vardy's still doing the business. Cavani could still do the business. I hear that's a good point you made. 33 is not too old. Look at Zlatan. Matt Rush, thank you. He says subscribe to the channel. Yeah, if you're new to this channel, we do daily updates for Manchester United. We're also playing FIFA late night as well. So get involved with the channel. Smash that subscribe button. Click the bell icon to be notified when we go live. Hey, Rambo Canambo, what's going on? He says, hell no. Liam Hardy says, Pete, does Dembele staying mean Sancho's coming? Not necessarily. I think nothing really means Sancho's coming other than us actually bringing Sancho now. That's it. I mean, if we signed another player in that position, it doesn't mean we're not getting Sancho. It just means maybe we're doing a bit of forward planning. Maybe we'll be getting Sancho in January or something like that. I don't know. But look, it's always been 50-50 with the Sancho deal, guys. I really don't know if we're going to get him because it depends on our board's ability to pay the money and if they want to. And they probably don't want to. And if there can be a deal done there with Dortmund, which they seemed pretty adamant that there can't be unless they get the money that they want. So unless we pay the money that they want, I really don't think that that's going to be a possibility. Wakas Akram says FIFA video later on tonight, Pig. Absolutely. We'll be back about midnight. Bit of Saturday night FIFA midnight action. Butters, how you doing there, Butters? He says Ben Arthur. Ben Arthur, interesting option, eh? There was a point when Hatem Ben Arthur was absolutely ripping up the Premier League. Who remembers them days? The streets will never forget. I love that saying when people say, the streets will never forget. You know what I mean? It wasn't on the street. Anyway, G-Wall says, I'd take Cavani on a 2-year deal on a 150 grand a week contract, as he can give experience to the younger guys like Marcel Greenwood and part-time playing time as well. Hey, I like your idea there, G-Wolf. I don't think he would come for 150 grand a week. Maybe if that's the best offer on the table, he would, because if he wants to play football somewhere and he's 33, maybe he won't get the 250 a week that he wants and his agent wants. But I don't think he'll come for that, I'll be honest. Sarvulon says we need something better than Igalo. Yeah, we do. I mean, I like Sancho because if you get Sancho in, then Greenwood can deputise for Martial, so he can be your backup striker. But yeah, I mean, look, Cavani's obviously just excellent right now. For a season, he would be good. He's obviously a goal scorer. I mean, we looked at Cavani's stats the other day. His stats are amazing throughout his whole entire career. He's scored a shit ton of goals for club and country, and for Uruguay, and also for all the clubs that he's been at. He's a goal scorer, so that's what he is. Soccer Blogger says Cavani also has UCL experience. That is very, very true. Butters, love you too, Butters. Hey, Butters, my name's Eric Cartman, man. Actually, no, can't ad-lib like that. Man, get out of the way of the TV. Do you know what? I can't even do the Cartman voice right now because my throat is so mashed. Anyway, yeah, I want some tea to birth. Fire Up says Falco was a beast, not for us. Yes, that's so true. Falco was an absolute beast. Before we signed Falco, wow, What an amazing time he was having at, Atletico Madrid. I remember watching that Chelsea final, I think, where he just absolutely mugged them right off in the Super Cup. And Falcao was one of the best strikers in the world before he came to us. But he came to us and he was shit because he was coming to us not for the right reasons, I guess. So good comment, fire up. Ponkialor Gonzalez, comments, I'm Asian, sir. When is their next game time? Okay, so Manchester United's next game is tomorrow against Tottenham. Let me just check the time. It is tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. BST. So UK time, 4:30 p.m. BST, which, you know, I don't know what time that would be where you are in the world, but it's on 4:30 p.m. BST. John O'Denton says, Pig, can you play Dan James tonight? I sold Dan James, John O'Denton. I sold him, mate. I sold him to Barcelona on my FIFA 21 career mode. But I paid 5 million and got Ansu Fati in return. So I swapped Dan James for Ansu Fati and gave them 5 million. Absolute bloody steal. The best steal of the show, though, was getting Sandro Tonali for 8 million or something and giving them Jesse Lingard in the opposite direction. That was the best deal of the transfer window that we did. Darren Story says, can we not transfer a new board in? Yes, we bloody can. Just not at the moment. Jonathan Gallagher says, why are we wanting two old people? Yeah, I mean, he's 33. I don't know. You need a mix of experience and youthful exuberance, don't you? But yeah, I mean, I don't think he's the right fit because he's a mercenary. When I think of mercenaries, he's in the top 5 in my head that springs to mind. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he played for PSG and I just think of those PSG Di Maria twats and Neymar twats and stuff up front and the proper mercenaries they have. So that's kind of what I think of. Mark Diaz says, bargain. Look, if he's free, he's a bargain. I see what you're saying. Snow says, career mode sounds realistic as always. Yeah, you're right. I know, it's a little bit preposterous. We had to pay 157 million for Sancho, though, so that was realistic. Gungshi says, Don Piglioni never melts. You're absolutely spot on there, Gungshi. FC United says, mention in South Park the COVID piss take I aired last night. I think that will be funny. Oh, nice. I haven't checked that out. I haven't actually watched any South Park for a while, you know, like for years. But I did used to watch it quite a bit. Okay, then, let's have a look at this, guys. Let's have a look at this quick. Laporte. So, what's this? Johnny Anderson, Dan Diaz. Diaz and Laporte starting together. Oh, shit. Oh, crikey. Mark Voot. Paul van der Beek's loving it. Heiko Firestorm Tiger says, new potatoes for United. New potatoes, please. That's it. We need new potatoes at United. That's it. You know, like at the tennis court when they say new balls, please. Well, that's what we need. We just need new potatoes, please. Okay. Johnny Anderson says 3. Mrs. P. Kate Bennett. Darren Story. Marvin Sinclair says Cavani could be good for a season. Better than Igalo. Yeah, I do think he's better than Igalo. I mean, Cavani, throughout his career, certainly the last 6-7 years, has been one of the top strikers in the world. So I do agree he's better than Igalo. Mark Diaz says it's an Ed Woodward signing. Doing it for shirt sales. Spot on. It's such a Woody signing. It is. It's such a Falcao signing. Ruben says you should do FM21, mate. Yeah, I should do, actually, man. I should do. I might do that, my friend. We did a bit of FM20 last year. Sarvunon says Don Piglioni should do all Man United transfers. If only that was the way, and then things would actually be much better. Rattler Gaming says we will be lucky to be in the top 4. I do think this will be very challenging this season to get top 4, especially with our team. Gary Finnegan says Cavani is 33 and has never played in the Premier League. Would he be up to the pace of the league? I don't know. I mean, I always thought that about Zlatan. Zlatan, when he came, was what, 34, 35? But he was up to the pace of the league, to be fair. If you're good enough still, it doesn't really matter about the age, but Cavani's a very good player. Matt Rush says, smash a like on the video. Thank you, Matt Rush. DJ Batesy, drum and bass says, while the Glazers are in there sucking money out of the United, that's all they do. Spot on, DJ Batesy, my friend. That's it. They're just leechers. They sit over in America sucking the cash out, paying for their grandkids' bar mitzvahs. Kerwin Nixon says, I mean, Cavani might not be that bad because we've done decent with older strikers, a.k.a. RVP Zlatan, for example. Yeah, you know, he could be. Or he could be a Falcao. Or he could be a Sanchez. You just don't know. After 30 years says, Pig, get yourself to bed. Yeah, I need to go relax now. Kayam says, Pig, we need new member emojis, Pig. Yes, okay, mate. Oh, we got some new member emojis. Oh, you mean, oh, okay, yeah, no, I'll get some more. We've got a couple of, what are you suggesting, Kayam? Let me know. A potato, yeah? We need a potato. Mark Diaz says, Zlatan is a different animal. Very true. He's like a freak of nature, isn't he? He's like a lion. You know, lions don't age the same as humans. Mad Animal says Zlatan is a physical anomaly, however. Very true. Cristiano Ronaldo is probably going to be another one of those physical anomalies. They're just in such good physical specimen shape. He could probably play till he's 40, you know. Gunshi says Sancho, Upamecano, Tellez and Ndidi would be a great window. We'll probably end up with nobody. See, that would have been a window of intent. That would have been a genuinely good window, but you're right. We're not going to do that. Snow says sunny Bournemouth. Mark Vu says 30 years, no mate, this is not the time. Rioting all over the place if so. Ibrahim Muftau says, it's just sad that Igalo is not performing on the pitch. True, I mean, he's come back after the season started and he's just, you know, he looks off the boil, he looks off the pace. He's good for us last year, but like everyone, he's just got that ring rust. I don't know, it's just not matched, they're just not matched sharp. Matt Rush says Cavani is a Woodward signing. Absolutely. Savulon with the piggy emoji. Kayam says Spider-Wan. Spider-Wan does whatever a Spider-Wan can. Here he comes. Down the right. He'll stop your man. He is the Spider-Wan. Thank you very much for that, Kayam. Kevin Brady, our club's an absolute disgrace. City signed Diaz in 5 minutes, and we're haggling over a couple of pounds for substitute left back. So bloody true. So bloody true, Kevin Brady. It is a disgrace, man. We should have got tennis done weeks ago. It's a joke. We're almost looking likely we're putting it out there in the media now. We're almost prepared to wait till Jan. I think it's just to push the price even more down, but it is just a disgrace we haven't got him already. Pricey MUFC says, I wouldn't mind Cavani as backup, but Martial is my number 9 and should be our number 9 this season. I agree. If we want him to progress and get that 25 goals a season in the Premier League, he's got to play games. Kerwin thinks we take Cavani because injuries can happen, though. Dylan Sukari, how you doing? Dylan Sukari says, hi, Piggy. Matt Rush says 30.7k. Get in there, lads and lasses. If you are new to the show and you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button. We are at 30.7k now. That's brilliant. Black Machine says the cleaning woman should come in a couple of hours in your room. Marvin Sinclair says, I would be happy if we got Sancho, Tellez and Cavani at the 23rd hour. Yeah, well, I would be too. That'd be amazing. We'd all take that, I think, Marvin. That'd be a stunning end to the window. Let's hope for it. We're probably going to do a deadline day rundown, like a run-in on this channel, so tune in for all the latest news. DJ Bates, he says, Bruno, Pogba and Henderson sack the rest. Heiko Firestorm Tiger says, I could better understand the lack of hires if they would save the new Old Trafford Stadium, but that's not the case. Yeah, that's right. I mean, the stadium's going to absolute wreck and ruin. You could understand, like Arsenal, when they moved to the Emirates, they built that new stadium. They're paying that off. They didn't spend a lot of money over the next however many years because they were paying for the stadium. That's what they were saying. But United aren't even doing that. Alicia says, teams played a high line when we had Zlatan because he had no pace to beat the last man. That's what you forfeit usually with 30-plus players. Very true. I mean, what he loses in pace, he makes up for in physicality, aerial ability, just target man, just bossness, just absolute bossness, technique. Mark Diaz says apparently Tellez will be free in 9 weeks. Is that true? Yes, he will. He's free. He's free, so they might wait until January to get him. But you can only sign him on pre-contract terms in January, which means he's still a Porto player until the end of the season. So you know, unless United paid a couple of million in Jan to get him earlier, but no, you wouldn't do that because you could sign pre-contract terms when his contract's... So when a player has 6 months left on his contract, they can sign pre-contract terms with another team. I think it's all part of that whole John Bosman ruling or whatever. I don't know. You can move on a Bosman, basically. If your contract's running out, you can sign pre-contract terms. Maybe that's not the Bosman ruling, actually. I've forgotten. Sorry. But either way, that's what it is. Fabs just tweeted, says Gary Finnegan, thank you, matey. Let's have a little cheeky look and see if there's another update from Fab here. I think that's the tweet we read out a little while ago, actually, about Tellez and about Cavani and all that stuff. Yeah, just to let you know, Fabrizio tweeted 20 minutes ago and said, MUFC are in talks for different players. Crazy, but we won't accept to pay crazy wages for agent fees for Edinson Cavani. Talks on. Won't accept to sign Dembele on a permanent loan deal as Barca asked. Only loan, not easy. And they won't accept to pay 25 million euros for Tellez within 8 months of contract. So bad news from Manchester United at the moment. We'll see. I'm still expecting all these negotiations to take place and some of them to happen in this window, guys. You know what? I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm going to have to wrap it up. I need to relax. My throat is melting. I need to rest the old vocal cords so I can come back later and be on form. So thank you, everyone who's watched this video today. Please do us a massive favour and smash that like button, everyone. Leave the thumbs up. It helps the stream out. If you are new to the show, smash that subscribe button. Sorry I'm not on 100% form today, guys. Like I say, I'm a bit stressed. I'm a bit ill. I'm a bit messed up. My throat's mashed. And I've got a cold, so I'm not feeling too great, to be honest with you guys. But I'll hopefully have a bit of a rest up and be back on form later with a bit more energy. Fred Cranham, how you doing? He says, Cavani may be 33, but a good tune could be played on an old fiddle. Just ask Mrs. P. Oh, Matt Rush, he says, no new fab tweet pick. Thank you, Matt Rush. I'm just going to listen to you from now on, bro. There's too many cooks spoiling the broth. I know everybody is trying to help with their information, but I'm just listening to you from now on, Matt Rush, okay? Because you are my transfer guru. Gungshi, thank you so much, Gung, as he sent a PayPal over. Gungshi, you're so kind, mate. Thank you, Gungshi, man. He just sent a little PayPal over here. Not a little PayPal, actually. He sent a bloody tenner over, an actual tenner. Do you know what I mean? Like an actual tenner. That is a significant amount there, Gungshi. Thank you very, very much, dude. Like, let's have a look at this. Is there a message to go along with it? I don't know why I can't see this anymore, Gungshi. It's so gash. Get the details. Oh, man. Stupid thing. Anyway, Gungshi, I don't know what's going on. I can only read half of your messages. Oh, no, there it is. Yes. He says, Pig, have a good rest before the watch-along tomorrow. Let's mash up those Spurs melts. Thank you so much, Gungshi, for the tenner. Get in there, you bloody hero. Gungshi, appreciate it, man. You're a hero amongst men and women. To be fair, you know, let's not discriminate here. You're a hero amongst people. That's right. Gungshi, thank you so much, dude, for all your support, all your legendrosity over the years. Appreciate it. You have a great day, Gungshi. You get some rest too, man. And hopefully we do smash up those Spurs mounts tomorrow. Hopefully Harry Kane. Hopefully we get the Undertaker up front to chokeslam Harry Kane. That's what I'm hoping for. Ted and Mengi, you have a great day. After 30 years, Scouser Scholar title. Same to you. Ted and Mengi, John O'Denton, Abbas Hassani, hello matey. Mrs. P, Cake Bandit, Big Hush. Big Hugh Johnson, sorry. He says, that'll do, Pig. That'll do. Thank you, Big Hugh Johnson. Nicholas K. Bempoir. Dylan Sukari, AY's World. Mark Voot, Matt Rush says we got 278 likes. Let's see if we can get 300. If you haven't hit the like already, please do. Gungshi, he says, just saying you should get some rest, Pig. Thank you so much, Gungshi, man. Sorry, I don't know why, for some reason I have to click on the transaction details and stuff now, like they've changed it a little bit, but I can still read your comments, Gungshi. Thank you, you're a legend, Gungshi. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Mark Root, Tukaram Akilish, have a great day, Tukarim. Waka Sakram, you too, mate. Ryan Burbsford 9, after 30 years, Scouser stole our title. Ted and Mengi. Primot, you hero. Have a wonderful day over in Canada, Primot. He says, up the Pig. We're going to batter the Spurs. Come on, Ollie. Hey, Rishab Singh as well. Rishab, he says, Glazers out. Cohen Nixon, have a great day. Mrs. P, I hope you feel better too. Rest up, love. Make sure you get that plenty of rest in there and chill. Mark Vu, Gungshi, Mad Animal, you have a great day. Pricey MUC, Jonathan Gallagher, look forward to the Spurs game too. Ryan Burberspin 9, a scholar and a gent. Paul van der Beek, a legend of the Falls. Appreciate you, a lot of you. Later Snow, Mad Animal, Gungshi, Debbie Elder, have a great day. Big God Bob getting in here right at the end. He says, that's right, get to bed, you beast. You did nearly a 6-hour FIFA stream last night. I'll be around later to paint your Man City-themed bedroom devil red with the blood of the Glazers. Thank you, Big God Bob, you hero amongst men, man. Thank you. Yeah, come back for the FIFA stream tonight. We'll be getting going about midnight as well, everyone. And there'll be a transfer show later on. I don't know when. Probably 9:30 as usual, but if there is some breaking news, we're going to jump on. So I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay classy. Have a great day. Jim Joe Bobley as well. George Best 7. I don't know if there's anybody else I've not shouted out, but Mark Voot, Jim Joe Bobley, Jonathan Gallagher, Showbass Patrick, Matt Rush, Mrs. P. Cake Bandit. Everyone have a great day. This is The Pig. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Check out the links in the description. Check out the website, flyandpigunited.com, and I'll see you on the flip-flop. Later! Butters as well, JS, thank you guys. The United Way as well, thank you, mate. You have a cracker. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much for getting in today. Let me just have a look at this, because you know what? I haven't got round to upgrading the channel membership, guys, on the Patreon credit, but I'm going to do that literally before the video in a bit. I promised you. I've just promised you guys. You know, I'm going to go do that now before I forget, actually, because it's getting a bit preposterous, isn't it? I haven't added the legends to the credits. There's quite a lot to add, though, you know, but I'm going to add the legends to the credits right now. So on the next video, you know, you can mark my word for it. We can mark my words, guys. On the next video, you will be on this list. But I just want to tell the people, Johnny Mouks, we've got Johnny Mouks, there's Kenny Clough. There's a bunch of other legends that I need to add, and do you know what? Let me just tell you these guys that I need to add here as well, because there's a few members. Sorry, I need to read them out. I feel bad if I haven't read out these guys' names. Tox Cole, by the way, is the latest member who just become a member of the Crazies today. And then also I just want to talk about the rest of the guys who need shouting out and adding to this list with a verbal shout out. Those people are Tox Cole, George Best 7, High Times United, Ascend, Michael Collins, Simon Cowie, Joseph Misko, Gaz Newton, Ollie In, Disco Dave, and Nicholas Critchlow. Everybody else, thank you so much for tuning in and getting involved with this stream today. I really appreciate it. Love the hell out of you guys. Have a great day. This is the Piggy. And also Mark Voot. Sorry, Mark Voot. I've almost forgot Mark Voot there. Mark Voot needs to be added. Did I say Mark Voot? I don't know. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Sorry, I'm rambling on. See you later, folks. Have a cracker.